Hey everybody, it's Linda with Copperhead Collectibles. Today I got us another box of $50. I'm really happy that they decided to go ahead and give me those. They didn't want to give them to me a couple weeks ago, but my girl said it's all good again, so I'm not really sure. They do claim a lot of this coin shortage lately. I've been hearing from other subscribers. I did have 2 weeks that I didn't get anything from my normal bank that orders my $50, but I did go to a different bank and get quarters and pennies. So I guess you just kind of like, I recommend going to different kind of banks. If people ask me this, you know, how do you get these? I do go to large branch of banks. And I do have multiple banks, and I built up relationships with these banks, and I just ask. I tell them exactly what I'm doing. I show them my page. It does probably help that I do make my YouTube channel, that they do help me, give me coins, because they know, and or dollars, whatever I'm looking for. So, you know, again, you just have to ask, you know, keep asking, go to different branches, and, you know, start with something smaller, that way they get used to you being there. Maybe get you some pennies, maybe get you some nickels, dimes, quarters, you know, those things they usually have readily around in their vaults, but they don't always have the $50, that's for sure. That is a special order thing. You know, if you want a brick of, you know, $1 like I did before in another video, that's a special order thing. So you just have to ask the teller. And most of the time they will order. I also found that they order most of the time on Mondays, and they get their, you know, their coins from the Reserve, the Federal Reserve, or, you know, Brinks, or whoever they're using brings their coins, are usually on Thursdays or Fridays. So, you know, if you get your orders in on Friday, you know, they put their order, you know, you go on Friday, pick up coins, do something on Friday, which is what I do, Thursday or Fridays, order my coins, and then I go and pick them up when on the following week, since they order on Monday. So it works out really good. So like I said, you just have to ask and keep trying. Don't give up eventually, because it did take me quite a few months and quite a few banks to really get someone to actually start working with me. So, and it was also, I was trying to do this during the pandemic, which was a little harder because a lot of people were not spending their cash. People were not going out. And so yeah, it was a little more difficult. It should be a little bit better now. The coin shortage thing, they do say that banks also have a certain amount of coins that they're allowed, or they order for their vendors, and so it is kind of restricted to their vendors. They don't like giving out boxes, but, you know, maybe ask for half a box, or, you know, partial box. See what they have that, you know, and customer rolls ones are even better, because those were not brought in from the Reserve. That is not part of the normal order of coins which they reserve generally for their vendors. So ask for some coins that are rolled by customers. That's another way of finding something interesting, because coins that come in from vendors sometimes are even better than the ones from the reserves. So, you know, customers, not vendors, but, you know, general customers. So again, just keep trying. And like I said, I've got us a box of $50. We got another one on order for next week. And I also got us other boxes of some coins. So I've got quite a few videos I've got in mind. So let's crack this box open and see what we can find. All right, everybody, let's crack this box open. This is that half box I was talking about. I just got today, and I'm hoping we will find some really you know, interesting stuff here. So let's crack this open. Should be interesting. These are the hard ones to open. I really glue these down. Unlike quarters, they don't. They just don't glue the same. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right, let's check it out. All right. I do not see any silver staring at me, but I don't see much of anything too say about this besides there's a 2018 NIFC right there on top. We've got so many of those. There's a bicentennial right there. A couple of them right there. Another one there. So we got some bicentennials. I'm hoping we'll find something really interesting. There's a 71. And hopefully we'll find some really good silvers in this. And these are the yellow boxes. So we will crack some of these open, and what I'll do is I'll bring you in as I find them, and I'm going to try and reserve this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them. I'm going to show you what I found, and then I'm going to put them under the microscope and show you what I found under the microscope. So this will be more of an interesting video for you guys. So stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Linda. I just wanted to give you an update on what I've been going through. I have gone through the first 10 rolls. I have only found, these here are all 71s, which we will weigh later and look through the microscope on. And we found, these are all 2018s, I guess about probably like 7 or 8 of those. And one 2014 NIFC. It's really like mildewed or something's on it there. But it is still an NIFC. These are all 1974 Ds to look through. This is a 1977 to look at, and this one here I found looks like a really, really shiny 1992 P. So I'm going to keep that because that's just in great condition. And so far I haven't found anything really exciting to share. Still got a lot to go, obviously, and we will come back when I find some more. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, I wanted to give you an update on my current status. I've gone through 25 rolls, and I've got 25 more rolls to go. I wanted to show you all I've been finding. I haven't found anything spectacular, nothing to brag about. I've only found all these here, 71s. We're going to weigh. This is 71s, so all those are 71s. All we're going to do is look at those, and if they're really in good condition, we'll put them on the microscope to see if they are worthy of keeping or they have some kind of errors on them. Otherwise, they will go back to the bank, but we weigh them out to see if they weigh the 11.5. Anyways, then this one here are all my 74s. Obviously, we go through all these, look for errors, front and back. So these will go under the microscope, all of these. I'm hoping for, some errors on the front and back. So here I got some NIFCs. Here, this is a 2014. There's a little damage on it, but it is an NIFC, which is not intended for circulation. So this should not really be in circulation. So this is a keeper. A good find. And then I found another one here, a 2004. I think that's a P. And correct me if I'm wrong. I can't see it as well. But it is an IFC regardless. So it's a good one to keep. And so we'll be putting that away. And all these are 17 2018s. I actually threw a couple away because they were in really bad condition. I still might have a couple in here that I might still actually throw away, but most of these are in really good condition. So we got lots of those. These here, I kept these. This here is a 1992, really beautiful coin. It's in great condition for being as old as it is. And so we're keeping that for the quality of the coin. Sorry, I keep moving my... And that's my microscope you guys keep seeing over here. I mean my microphone. There's an 83 here that you're supposed to keep them if they're in really good condition. Hopefully there will be an error on this one. We'll be putting it aside just to check. Going under the microscope. And then we've got this here is a 71 that was in really good condition. I didn't want it to end up in the pile of regulars, so I'll be still microscoping it and weighing it, but it was still in great condition for being 50 years old. And then this one here had a really good gold toning to it. I like toned coins, so I put this one aside because it's got the nice gold toning, and it is a bicentennial. So that's really all I found. I haven't really found anything No silver, no gold coins, no colorized, no nothings. So just the standard look through stuff. So anyways, I will go through some more and keep you posted. So I'll be back. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and I've gone through the 10 or 11, actually 11 rolls, and I did not find anything but more 71s, more 74s to fill it. I actually have a little stack over, put away over here, but there's a little bit more of each of these. But I did find, let me move these out of the way. I did find, oops, a couple more NIFCs. I found a 2005 NIFC, not intended for circulation, which was a cool one. It's kind of got the ring around the outside here for the machine ring. But I think that's what it comes from, at least. But yeah, it's definitely got a ring on it, but it's a keeper. And I got a 2017 D NIFC. So that was a good find. It's in better shape. And we'll definitely be keeping that as well. And then we've got this 2004, obviously we showed you before, so that's right. That's all I got, was 2 more of those. I didn't get anything else, but these are, actually I'm just saving for other people. Those really are not part of that. Those are just my friends. These are 77s we'll be looking for errors on, and those are those pretty shiny ones that I already showed you. So I have not found anything worthy of really, besides those 2 NIFCs. Otherwise, we didn't really find much, and I have 15 rolls left. So I'm going to go ahead and start cracking these open, and I will stop on the last 2 rolls. I'm going to pick 2 right now. I'm just going to grab one here, and I'm going to grab one here. And these are the 2 we're going to open on film. So I'll put these 2 aside. They have no enders. Oh, that one has an ender. And looks like a 1989 maybe. But we will open those up too on film. And let me do the rest of these real quick, and I'll be right back. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, I've finally got through the rest of those coins. I did not find anything really substantial. I did find a couple of new NIFCs. I found another 2005 P, which is a really good find. It's in decent shape. It's, you know, it's not in perfect shape, but it is an NIFC. I got a 2003 NIFC. And I think that's a D. Yes, it's a D. It's got a ring around the outside there. I'm not sure really what it's for, but it does have a ring on it. But we will keep it. And we got this other one, the 2005 with the ring on it as well, which we got from the last time. We got a couple more of the 2018s that's filled it all in. We got that 2017. So we've got quite a bit of NIFCs. This whole row here is all NIFCs plus these 2. These here are 1977s, which we will go through. This one's actually really a nice shaped one. A couple of these here are some 72s that I've been pulling the 72s as I look, and I've just been looking under, you know, my own eye for the FG on the back, which is the error for the 1972 half dollar, missing the artist's signature initial. So I can see that actually with my own eyes, so I've just been throwing them away, and these are the few that I do have suspicion that might be actually missing one or the other or both. So I'm going to microscope those. And this one here I found, it's like a red color to it, but it's all blacked out, redded out more or less, but it's kind of cool looking. I'm going to keep it and put it in my collection of colorized ones or toned ones, not colorized but toned, and of course all the nice looking ones. So we have not really found anything substantial. These are all, you know, like I said, the NIFCs. These are all 1974s. All this right here and all of this right here is all 1971s, which we will weigh and see if we have anything. I have never found anything that weighed more, so I have not found any of those 71s, but we'll be putting them under a microscope and weighing these. And the 74s, we will be looking at all of these on film, and we will see if we find any errors on the 74s. So I wanted to open these last 2 rolls on film and see what we can find. I have not found any silver, have not found anything substantial to really brag about on this box. This has really been probably my worst box, but that's okay. I can't win them all, but you know, I don't see any pretty ones in here, so we're just gonna go through these. 89, that's blacked out. It's a 71. And I make a list of, you know, before you, I recommend what you do is, you know, make a list of what you're looking for before you actually start looking. That way you kind of have something to glance over, because it's kind of hard to remember all these dates in your head, unless you're just been doing it like I've been doing it. Some of these I just remember. Some of them I actually still have to look. Is that one on there? Oh, yeah, it is. So like I said, I still have to look. So I recommend just writing down, you know, the ones that you're looking for, or the ones that are known errors, or, you know, NIFC years. So that way when you see the year, you'll know it's from 2002 all the way to the current year of 2021. If you see any of those with those days, those are NIFCs, you know, things like that. So you want to write these things down. The 71s, you like pull all your 71s and all your 74s and check your 72s, and, you know, all those things you want to write down. So write them down on a list before you, you know, break into this. That way you don't throw away something that could, you know, turn out to be something, you know, substantial for yourself and or your collection. So I always write the stuff down. These are all 71, 74s, 73, 2000. And now let me say something about 2000s. 2000s look a lot like the 2009s and the 2008. So always look at the ones that are 2000, because some of these can get banged up. And I found one that looked like a 0, but it was actually an 8. So be sure to look at those last 0 numbers so that you make sure that that's a 2000, because the 2000 is not an NIFC, but the 8s and 9s are. So you do want to hold on to the 8s and 9s, but they're hard to see sometimes. So make sure you really look at those 2000s. Make sure you don't throw away an NIFC on accident. See, here's a 72. This is a 72D, but I still flip it over and just look, because you can actually see, I don't know if you guys can see this on film, but it's right here next to the leg, between the leg and the bird's feather, tail feathers, is where the artist's initials are. So those are things that are missing, but this is a D. This is really on the 72s, not the 72Ds, but I still flip them over any 72 just to make sure that there's an initial there. And if it isn't, then, you know, pull it. And, you know, you've got all your bicentennials. I've gone through hundreds and hundreds of bicentennials. 83, 89, 97, 73, 1990, 77, we'll put it right here, and 89. So that one, we only really pulled a couple of 71s and a 74 and a 77. So we'll put those all aside. And but here's an NIFC, 2018. I always look at my size of my coins. As you can see, if you can in this, I kind of move them around. You can see which ones are the really shiny ones. And I go for those first, unless I have an enders that I wanted to look at. I always generally try to look at my enders. There's a 72D. Again, I flip it over. I see the FG. No good. But generally, I look at my shinies. I pull them out. Yep, NIFC, 2018. Not very good condition. And another one. Yep, 2018. See, those, you can almost spot those because they're always usually really shiny. And the other ones aren't. So, and here's a 72. Now, this is the one that would actually be on the 72. And I can see the FG myself. You don't need a magnification for this. You can actually make it out. I'd recommend, you know, really trying to make sure you can just use a handheld microscope to, you know, look at this. Just to, you know, I usually have my glasses on, my magnifying glasses, but I don't have them on today. But I feel like I can see really good today. 1972, and again I can see the FG. It's really faint, so if it's faint, I will put it aside and look under the microscope just to make sure it's not missing one. If I can't see it real easily, then I know it's something. And here's a 72 again. This is a 72D. I know that's not the known error, but I can see the FG on it. And whoa, God, 1995, 72, and I can see the FG on there. You just gotta move it around a little bit so you can see it real well. And 72D, FG is there. See, here's another 2000. Make sure you look at that last number. Make sure that it is an actual 2000 before you throw it away. 71, we will keep. And last coin of the whole box, 1997D, which we do not need. So folks, this is it. I am done with this box of opening the rolls. What I will go do is I will set this up and we will go ahead and weigh these 71s out. And then we will magnify the 74s and see if we have any of the known errors. Otherwise, this box really doesn't have much to share. I didn't get any silver. We didn't get any, luckily didn't get any colorized. We didn't get anything. So like I said, this is the only real toned coin, if you want to call that toned coin. We found a few keepers that we're going to put aside. These we'll investigate because these are 72s. And these are 77s, so we got to look for the errors on those as well. So we'll do these 94s, and these 94s, or 74s, I'm sorry, 74s, and then we will do these 77s. And like I said, these are all mostly 2018s. If I took out all the other ones that are not, we did get quite a few of the different ones. 2005, 2003, 2005, 2017, 2004, 2014, and that's it. So we've got 6 NIFCs that are not 2018, and then we got quite a bit of 2018, a whole roll of those. So that's probably $20 worth of coins right there in NIFCs 2018. So okay, so what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to reset this and we will go through some of these coins, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, I've finally got through all of those 74s. I could not do those all on film, and the 71s. I weighed the 71s. I didn't find anything to brag about. Only found one that is really actually a keeper. I'm going to hold on to it. It's really, really good condition. But we did go through the 74s here and found some really good errors and good examples of the errors to look for. It's not on the front here. I just want to show you, this is a 1974, the condition of it. You want to look for everything from your, In God We Trust. Always look at your God, In God We Trust, especially on the 74, because that's where the errors are supposed to be. The known errors on the In God We Trust here, and then the 74, and also on your mint mark. So always look at these points. That's really important. And I don't see anything on this one too bad because it was in really good condition. This would be a good one to have an error on it, because, and you want to turn these things also on the sides so you can see them, but having a good error on a good condition coin makes it more valuable, obviously. So condition is key, and rarity also. But we'll scan around through this one here and show you. There's not much on the front. And you want to look at all the points. Like under the ear, I found them. I found nose ones, I found lips ones, I found chin ones. I mean, you name it, I found them before. So always look at all your coins. And then you flip it over here, and boom. What do you think of that? A lot of dirt here on this H, but look at this right here, the doubling here, doubling here. You can see it over here on the D. All of dollar, as you can see, it's doubled. And really good examples. See, you can see all the doubling here on the sides, all this doubling. And that's what the double die reverse, DDR. You want to look at this point because your FGs are key on your 72, just your 72, not the 72Ds, but your 72s for the missing FG. That is a known error. This is 74. But you also want to look at your olive branch. You always look for doubling through here. I always see it through this point right here. It will show you some really good doubling. You also want to look all through all of the leaves through it. You'll see different points, but I've seemed to find it here, and you can see it here at the end. Also, the tail feathers is another really important spot to look. I've found many that have doubling on the tail feather, and then also here on your arrows. You'll see doubling through the bottom. You'll see them on the sides and the tops. You also see doubling here on the tips of the wings is another good point to look at, as well as all of America, United America. And this one here is no doubling on here. As you can see, there's no doubling on any of these words here. You gotta, and I always turn it so that you're looking at it straight up. That way you get a good perspective of it. You're looking straight at it, good angles on it, and then as you're turning it, you can see the different angles as you turn it. If there's any shadowing or something hiding, you'll probably catch it. So the more you move the coin, the better, I feel. Okay, I'm going to turn it myself here. There we go. As you can see, more doubling here on the U, both sides of the U, and there's a faintness of the N, but I think it's really just dirty. There we go. We can see a little bit more of it there. Depends on the angles, but you can see it right here on the end, and then right here on the inside. And you can see it here on the I, a little bit of the T. So you gotta look for these things. These are key points to look for, and that is the doubling. So we'll probably hold on to this one because it's got some good points. The rule of thumb for me and my collecting, I like to have 2 points of the coin to have error for me to keep it. Like I said, I cannot keep them all. I find more than I could obviously keep. I just can't afford to keep them all. I'd love to, but I can't. I'm not sure if I'll keep this one because it is kind of dirty there on the H, but it is a good example of the doubling error. So let's check out the next one. Sorry, my bad. Let's look at this one here. Again, 1974D. Always look at the front because this is the known error point or side of the coin. You want to look at your D's. That's obviously been, looks like it's been double stamped, or it's almost filled. So that one's kind of cool to see. I don't see any errors in God We Trust. I do not see anything on these numbers. When you look here, you can almost see a doubling there. I'm not sure if that's an actual doubling or if that's just shadowing. I don't see it in a straight up and down kind of view. See how it disappears? I should be able to see it in all angles if you ask me. And I should be able to lift it and see it, and I don't. So I think that one is actually just a shadowing effect. Oops, my bad. My computer just went to sleep. So anyways, I think you will have to pass on that one. But let's turn this over and look at the back. And on the back you've got, we'll start over here with United. Turn it so you can see it. And I turn my head if I don't turn the coins, if I'm being lazy sometimes. But it's recommended just to really turn the coin. I'm turning a piece of foam that I use to put my coins on. That way they don't get scratched, and you can see it right there. It's just a piece of foam, soft foam. And it keeps my coins from getting scratched when I'm putting it up and down and moving it around, and it doesn't get my, which I've already ruined, my pad for my microscope. So here we go. You see another doubling here, doubling here, doubling here, and here, all around that C there, and that A. See that? So that is your really, really good example of doubling. This is definitely one to keep, just because of how well that is provided. And this is a good kind of good condition. It's kind of dirty. But we're going to scroll down here and show you the other part, which I found, and you'll see dollar, how well that's doubled again. You see that in the D here, outside part, the O here, the L, L. I'll turn it a little bit more. We can see the A and R. Oops, sorry, the A and R better. As you can see, the siding here, the R, and the R, and even down here on the bottom, we can see it. So this is a really good example of doubling a DDR. And also you can see it here on this tail feather, right there, that little tiny bit. There's better examples of tail feather doubling, but I think it gets really dirty in that spot. It catches a lot. It's like a catcher spot of dirt. So if it's a clean coin, you're really going to see the doubling. If it's shadowy and dark, it might not catch it. But this piece, I do believe it is doubled. And then here, see that the olive branch? See that doubling side of it here? That is all doubling. And you can see it here on this part of the olive branch here. As I was telling you, you'll find it on the bottom of this branch to look for it, and the bottom of the leaves you will see the doubling. Move it around so you can see the different areas of it, shadowy, moving the light around, and nothing on the rest of it. So you always want to look at your tips. Like I said before, look at the tips. These I found definitely doubling on the tips of the wings, and even all your stars. Believe it or not, I know that's crazy to say, but these stars will be doubled if there's a lot of doubling going on. I have found many coins with the stars doubled. So that is most definitely a possibility. See right here, looks like it's almost doubled right there. See, and then look at this one. But I'd have to look at it more under a microscope further down, get a little closer, but to verify that those are actually doubled. But the rest of that is most definitely doubling. So let's move on to the next coin. This one here again, we've got the 1974 in the front. Nothing on the front besides that filled mint mark. As you can see, it's pretty much filled. Nothing on the In God We Trust. Nothing on the face. Nothing in Liberty. Those you always want to scan around. Already scanned through these, so nothing there. In God We Trust, we're good. Let's flip it over to the back where the errors are. And straighten that out, and we'll show you here. And start here with United, I guess. And let me put that on the thing right so I can move it. There we go. And you can see nothing on United. Move it around. And I do this a lot faster pace because my eyes are really trained for this now. To know what to look for, and sometimes it looks better for me. It's almost doubling right there on that E. You see that? That's the kind of stuff you're looking for. That might actually be a doubling, but I don't see any other parts that goes with that to confirm it as one. That A right there is doubled on the bottom, as you can see. So little pieces here and there that this has actually been doubled. And that A there too, even that part of that star right there, but that A is doubled. You can see it up here on the top, and that C on the top there, and you see the I, and you can see the R very faintly, but that is there as a doubling. The tips kind of look like it's doubled, but it's not. That's just, it looks like it's just been more creased or something happened to it. It is kind of damaged, I think, and so is the other side. And they're both kind of shadowed at the ends, but I will not call that an error for myself. I've seen better. That really confirms that they really do. I don't see anything here. I don't see anything on the tail feathers. They're clear. Same with the arrows. But let's get down here to the $50. Look at that. There's some serious doubling here, 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 here. See these points I'm pointing at? Those are the points that you want to see. Okay, see that right there? Again, around that edge, around this edge. It makes you think you're seeing double. If you're seeing double on this, on the writing, that is a double die. Okay, a double die reverse. Okay, a DDR. Okay, and if it's in the front of the coin, it's a DDO, which is oddverse, a double die oddverse. okay, which is what the known error is for this, but I find more errors on the back than I do front. So, you know, they should have this as the known error, because I'll tell you there's a lot more doubling and errors on the backs of these coins than there is front, because I do go through hundreds and hundreds of these. So anyways, so that's that coin. So let's move on to the next one. I got some really good one here. I'll go ahead and give you guys this one here and see what you think of this one. Okay, this one here again on the front, nothing big. The D again is kind of filled. In God We Trust looks fine. It's a little almost an edge there on that R, but I don't see anything else on it to really confirm that that's a doubling. So like I said, I have to see other points to make sure that it's really truly a doubling. I don't see anything in the numbers, and that end's a little smushed there, but I think that's from bag error or crimped in the pocket or something. It is not a minting error. So, all right, so let's flip it over and see where the errors actually are. And we'll come up here to United, as we always start, and you will see, boom, doubling again. United is a really good point in America. Those seem to be the big points to finding doublings. Again, there, a little bit in there. I, the T, not too much on the E, but it's slightly there on that outside rim. If you can catch the right angle, you'll see it on the outside, and that D is on the outside here, but not too, just really, really faint. Okay, doesn't have to be on everything. And there's United States. United was awesome. And I didn't see anything on that. And get over here to America. And always look at America, because America is another one of the points that I find a lot of errors on. I see a little bit, oops, right here on that A. And this tip again, it looks a little weird. So maybe that is something to that. And this one here, again, it looks crimped to me. It does not look doubled, but you never know. Some of these wing tips look a little weird, but that can be just damage. Again, here's another doubling point right there. As you can see, I told you that was a good spot to look for. You can see it all the way around it. See, all the way through that whole point. And I don't see it throughout the rest of it. But you definitely see it there. You don't see it on the tail feather. And you don't see anything here. Never seen it doubling through here. I do see it, like I said before, here. And then we'll come down here to our $half. As you can see, lots of doubling here. Really good, clear doubling. No questions asked. This is pure doubling at its finest. You see that? All the way around it. Look at all that. Look at that. All this. These points. And the A around the inside, and your R. It's really on the outside. It's hard to see, but it's really slightly light, but it is there. So again, another really great example of what I found. So let's move on to the next one. Got two more to show you, and what I will do is I will put some quick pictures of all these coins on at the end of the video. I hope you guys like my videos, and I hope you guys will leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think, and because I really love hearing from you. And if you hit that like button, it really helps my page, keeps me going, and makes me want to do more for these videos, which has really helped me, encourage me, and keep my enthusiasm up. So I really appreciate all your likes and your comments and so forth. And please subscribe. It's free to subscribe to my page, and you know, I'll try and keep you entertained as best I can, and keep you with some creative new videos as best I can as well. So again, hit that like button for me and leave me a nice little comment. So back to this here, so you can see this is a doubling on that one. That is very clear. You cannot miss that. Okay, you cannot miss that. If you're looking at your coins in the right angles, you will catch it. And you can even still see it from the other angle. See, that's where I really like. See this 9 here, a little spot there, suspicious wise, and under the 9 there. And knowing that that 1 is doubled, you look for other points. And like I said, move this stuff around. That D obviously is filled, the mint mark. And I don't see anything on that 4. But that might be a little bit too thick on the bottom there, but it's definitely doubling on that I, and that might be right there on that U. Do you see that little bit of spot? But like I said, I have to have more than 1 point to really call it a doubling, but that 1 is most definitely a doubling. And now let's move up here and see if there's anything else. And I do not see anything else. Let me flip this over. My bad. My computer goes to sleep with no warning. Okay. Here we go. And let me turn this to United real quick first. And you guys can see the doubling there. As you can see, United there, all of this. Boom. Every one of these has got something going on. All right. And these are really good examples for you guys to look at and get a feel for what you're looking for when you're when you're looking for double die, reverse and oddverse errors. This is really one of my favorite things to do, and I really enjoy it. And I found some really good error in coins and in dollars. So look at this here, the C, the I up here, the R up on the top, the A all the way around to the inside of that A. I mean, you cannot miss that stuff. That is what you're looking for. That is a good example. Nothing on those tips. See how much smoother those tips are? Nothing really besides little tiny little chips, but I'm not sure if that's really considered doubling. I'm personally not going to call it doubling. This here is doubling right here under that leaf. I don't see it anywhere else on the leaves. But you get down here to the $half. Again, you see that really well. Just like the last one I showed you, it's almost the same kind of doubling. And kind of weird if they both came from the same exact day of stamping. You know, you can't really find that out, but it'd be interesting to know that these came out of the same punching of the die. This is really all the way around this one. You can see it all the way around. Isn't that a great example, guys? Love it. So that was a good find. I don't see it on the tail feathers, which I always look. And like I said, we looked at and this is really super light, but it is there. You can see that F, but it's super faint, but it is there. It's not missing. See, some of this here looks doubled. So, you know, always look at those points, and down here on the bottom, just that little tip. So it could be off just a tiny bit. Okay, and this, if it wasn't so dirty, I bet you that point in here is a little dibbling too. So let's look at my last one. Like I said before, I hope you guys enjoy my videos. I really have fun doing this. I hope you guys are entertained and enjoy what I'm doing. I hope I'm not, misquoting, and if I am, it's only because I'm not a pro at this yet, and I'm still learning and enjoying. This is my hobby. I turned into a YouTube channel because I wanted to share my hobby with people, and because it is my passion, and I do love collecting money and other things. And I've always been a collector and a hobbyist, an artist. I actually have gone to art school and did quite well. I can actually draw, but this here is a fill D. I don't see anything on that one like we did the last one. I don't see anything here. Any of those points. Always look at your ear. Run through the nose, the neck. Don't see anything, don't see anything. I've already kind of scanned these faster or slower before in my other pace. Let's scan over here to United. As you can see, tons of it doubling here again. United again is another one of those words that seems to get a lot of doubling on it. All these points here. As you can see, I'm probably better than I can because it really comes out really clear on my phone. Phone is awesome. I have the best phone, I think, personally. Better than the iPhone. I know you iPhone users are out there, but I'll tell you the quality of this camera on this phone is incredible. And then the note taking I can do with this. I have a Note 20. It's 5G and it's great. I love it. But anyways, here's some doubling on the S, on the state. The A, as you can see, that little tiny little bit there. I don't see really much on that T. I don't see it much on that T. I don't see much on that E, but tiny little bit down there. Nothing on that S. Turn to the F, the O, the of, slight shadowing, I would call that before I'd call it doubling. Like I said, there's shadowing that looks like it. It's maybe it truly is a double die, but I don't call them that. This is kind of, I don't know what happened to that, but it looks a little suspicious, a little rickety, and so is it up there. And that inside of that A looks a little suspicious as well. Okay, and again, you want to look at your stars. Stars get doubled, and then they all get doubled. And this is kind of almost looks like a good example of that, because that looks doubled there on these stars, because they should be more clear. See, this one looks a little odd shaped. They should be a lot more clear than that. So I'm thinking those might possibly be doubled even through here, again, and here. So, and then here you've got the olive branch. You can see the doubling here. I'll turn it. You can see it real clear there, the doubling. And sometimes the foot. But let me give you this one here. Look at that, guys. Now that is doubling on the tail feather. You see all that doubling there, all the way around it, all the way around it. It is completely double dyed. And the F and the G is almost gone. That's almost not even there. It's very, very faint. Really hard to see it. So I'll be actually almost calling that a missing one, because you really can't see it. But you can see it. You can, but you can't. It's there, but it's not. But these are definitely double die. Error. And here, again, boom, boom, all the way around it. Same thing. And these L and the F and the dollar. Same thing around this inside tip of that. Not much more. It's more on the beginning of the word than it is on the end. But that is a really great example of the tail feathers. Like I told you, it's really, really important to catch those points. And the tips of the wings, you will see those. And these, like I said, those stars look double to me. So keep an eye out for all those points to look. But this was it for me. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out, and I will come back in and give you guys just some quick pics of what I found. And I hope you guys will enjoy this video, and I really enjoyed doing it. So stay tuned for my new videos in the future, and you guys have a good day. This is Linda with Copperhead Collectibles. Bye-bye.